Right, good morning. I'm Jono, obviously, and this is the last day, one day till the festival. This phone is aching my arm holding it. This has been an absolute mission. Basically today, final clearance and then a strim at the end, I guess, and then trying to tart the place up, and that's what it will be. And then maybe some lights, depends. I'm hoping some lights are going to come, but lights going last, I think. I'm speaking like I'm some sort of expert gardener, just a monkey that's clearing shit. And I hate to say this, but let's do this. I fucking hate my friends.
Such a shame, yourself to blame. Such a shame you sold your soul down the river, all tucked up behind your desk. You have to confess that you settled for less now. The bed you've made, the bed you've laid, doesn't look exciting, just benign and uninviting. Maybe one day you'll grow a pair. You're my best step backwards and I no longer care. You're my best step backwards and I'll moonwalk all over you. You're my best step backwards and I'll moonwalk far away from you. Au revoir, my old friend. It's such a shame the ship you're sailing will hit a dead end. All asleep, Baba, I ain't seen. Flocking all in time till the next trend is released. You're like a ghost, an empty shell. I wanna pistol whip you in the face until you wake up now. Who are you and where did you go? You're my best step backwards and it's starting to show. You're my best step backwards and I'll moonwalk all over you. Backwards and I'll moonwalk far away from you. You're my best step backwards and I'll moonwalk all over you. You're my best step backwards and I'll moonwalk far away from you. Gotta get out of here. Gotta go right now. Time is flying by, time is flying by. You probably don't even notice ignorance is bliss.
Without a decent education, you could spend the rest of your life as a ditch digger or a motel maid or a hooker.
I could be a ditch digger?
A motel maid? I could be a hooker? I could be a hooker?
Yeah, what the hell, be the best damn hooker you can be.
You dirty hustler. You filthy, stinky prostitute. You foul venereal disease carrying streetwalking whore.
Hey, do you have any idea what time it is? Get in the house, fatty!
I could be a hooker. hooker.
You're a big bad curly-headed fuck.
Get in the house, Daddy.
I could be a hooker, 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 hooker.
You're a big bad curly-headed fuck.
Get in the house, Daddy.
I could be a hooker, hooker, hooker.
You're a big bad curly-headed fuck, fuck, fuck.
I could be a hooker, 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 hooker.
You're a big bad curly-headed fuck.
Okay, fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face! Now, I don't know what kind of Pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, so whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to head down there, and I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're gonna have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker! I will massacre you! I will fuck you up!
I could be a hooker, hooker, hooker.
You're a big bad curly-headed fuck.
Get in the house, Daddy.
I could be a hooker, hooker, hooker.
You're a big bad curly-headed fuck.
Get in the house, Daddy.
This has been a long time coming. Every year you're worse. Every year less reliable. More booze, more bullshit, more butt fucking. You are by far the dumbest, most pathetic piece of maggot-eating shit that has ever slid from a human being's hairy ass. You're an emotional fucking cripple. Your soul is dog shit. Every single fucking thing about you is ugly.
You got some lip on you, midget.
Yeah? Well, these lips were on your white pussy last night. You stupid fuck.
A to the B to the C to the D to the E to the F to the G to the H to the I to the J to the K to the L to the M to the N to the O to the P. QHCUB is picky. Happy birthday, little dwarf Missy. You're a loser, a bitch, a very low ability. You look like a slug, such a no-soul bitch. You're a stone cold straight mouth sour-faced bitch. You're a stone cold straight mouth sour-faced bitch. Up your nose, you keep shoving those drugs. You look like a chunked up cow on a rug. You're a silly little bitch. Even prostitutes make you look thick. You're a silly little bitch. They call you fresh 'cause you fucking itch. Silly little bitch. Silly little bitch. You're a silly
I could
little
be a
bitch.
hooker, 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 hooker.
You're a big bad curly-headed fuck.
Get in the house, Daddy.
I could be a hooker, 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 hooker.
You're a big bad curly-headed fuck.
Get in the house, Daddy.
I could be a hooker, 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 hooker.
You're a big bad curly-headed fuck.
Get in the house, Daddy.
I could be a hooker, 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 hooker.
You're a big bad curly-headed fuck.
Get in the house, Daddy.
Shut the fuck up, you limey fuck! From now on, my fist is gonna be so far up your shithole that every time you have a thought, it's gonna have to tiptoe past my wedding ring.
Well, there we have it. Basically, what is it's very prolific. Festival starts tomorrow. I'm not doing any gardening tomorrow. Now I have to attend to other things. And let's have a little look, shall we? Okay, so first off, cleared the patio area. This is a nice little sun trap, you know. My friend James Channing likes to get his anus bleached, and this is probably a good spot for him. Set up shop and lay in the sun doing his business. Obviously put some plants along the side of the new fence. People like that kind of thing. Cut all this soil out so there are no pesky weeds and chuff. And sorted out this step with another makeshift concrete block step. And yes, it just generally looks a lot nicer now. Basically built a new path down here. Just thought it would look nicer. Once upon a time, that actually used to be a catwalk. I built an actual catwalk with an old friend of mine, Gary Cole, and built it all the way out there, and it was made of decking, and anyone that walked down it had to actually walk down it like a model. True story. The unsightly concrete block wall. I was actually contemplating fencing over that today, and I just don't have enough rail timber to actually do it. And man, it's like 10 to 6 now, and I just don't think I can pull that off before 10 p.m. Not in a way I would like it to be. More plants, you know, to actually give the vibrancy of a nice garden. Yeah, so I'm very pleased with this little section. Actually, almost, well, it kind of looks like a garden. Going to actually put some lights up in these trees. Anyway, let's not digress. Here is the socialising bench. If anyone's actually got anything to say, we can sit there. And here is a bench that is a memorial bench for my grandfather and godfather, and I have cut all the trees above it, so there's like a kind of a U shape, so you can sit underneath it in the rain or keep it out of the sun. Obviously, how could I forget the sink fountain? So that's seen better days. Anyway, oh yeah, this was a good find. The Calagas bottle, which obviously when I've had a few beers, I'll get the circular saw out and cut straight into that. Hopefully it's full of gas. And then we'll go through this little portal, thus to reveal, well, a ton of space now. Obviously one of my selfish friends will camp there, obviously. And yes, that is a lap dancing. That is a pole dancing pole. You never know what kind of entertainment you're going to have to provide on a weekend as such. And this cleared this out. This is obviously a top shelf bench. It's actually a good friend of mine's, Invisible Dave's. His wife at one point said it was unsightly in their garden and said, can you put it in your garden? So I said, yeah, sure. And Dave, if you fancy it, you can come around and sit on your bench. I don't think he wanted it out of his own garden, so it lives here. And we've discussed this. If basically either of us die before each other, then on the anniversary of our deaths, we're going to take a piss on it. And that's very consensual. That is the point of that. Magical. Obviously, we've got our dining room table out here, ready for putting whatever on. Bit of civility with a bin for any beer bottles or whatever. And the mainstay of the back garden, the fire pit. Obviously, no fire hazards here. I've had so many fires I can't even tell you, but this is probably about 8 foot circumference. Tons of stuff to burn, all that wood and stuff. I fished out so much stuff, it's just so ridiculous. And all that crap down there. Basically, that goes back 15 foot of cuttings. Everything here is just, I'm going to burn everything. The whole lot. Anyway, I'm not going to lie. This has been a bit of a horror story. But you know, no job too small. Never going to forgive my friends for this. But hey, now I have a new memory. Right, so hopefully you've enjoyed these videos. 4 days prep work. If I had more time, I'd do loads of other stuff, but I don't. And now I actually have to go and do a load of other dog shit and actually prepare for the actual festival. So I'll see you on the next, and let's have a beer.